Thank you. I want us to look at one of our modules today and get to understand the concept of cooperatives. So I want us to look at understanding the cooperatives in details. And one of the things that I want us to look at the end of the day, I want us to learn about the basic concept of agricultural cooperative. Then I also want us to define what a cooperative is, and also explain the importance of cooperatives, and describe and apply cooperative principles in particular context, and then also understand the reasons why members join cooperatives. We have cooperatives down there, and you know some of the examples that of the cooperatives that we engage in. So I want us to look at the basic concept and understand, first of all, what is cooperation. Because if we look at cooperative, we need to understand what is cooperation. So we can tell us what cooperation is. So what is cooperation? In your own understanding, what is cooperation? Yes.
I think cooperation is working together.
Working together, absolutely. You can clap for him. You want power clap? Thank you. Cooperation is working together. Thank you.
People coming together with a common goal.
People coming together with a common goal to do what? To achieve power. Thank you. So, in all that, because we understand that it's people coming together to understand, I want Winnie kindly read for us what is when you talk about cooperation. So the first point.
Joint effort is needed to address human needs and desires.
Absolutely. We cooperate together. We have the efforts that you can be able to address the desires and the needs that we normally have. Teresa?
People cooperate in order to solve their challenges to achieve common health needs.
Absolutely.
Cooperative is the school of learning made in common us.
Very true. When you come together, you get to learn new things that you each know.
Together we stand divided before.
Absolutely. Together we stand divided before. When we look at those photographs there, we can see some of the members, they have the felt need, they are happy that they were able to join a cooperative. Then these other members down here, they are talking about how they can be able to sell their produce together, because we see that they have a challenge in the community, so coming together they can be able to sell their produce together. Another concept?
Cooperation is needed in order to share experiences, to get new idea, to share resources, to get good prices for our products, and to have a common focus in order to achieve the common objective more effective.
Absolutely. So when you come together, you're able to share the resources together. Like in this graph that is there, people have come together, they want to share the resources, they can be able to sell their produce together. And those are some of the benefits that come along when people come together. So we have cooperatives, and I want us to look at the word cooperative. So who can define to us what cooperative is? What is a cooperative? Yes.
Cooperative is a union of people coming together with
Union of people coming together with one main objective, power. So I want us to define what a cooperative is, and I want us to look at some of the key elements when it comes to defining a cooperative. So according to a statement of cooperative identity as declared by ICA in 1995, the cooperative, the way they define a cooperative, it's an autonomous association of persons united voluntarily to meet their common economic, social, and cultural needs and aspirations through a jointly owned and democratically controlled enterprise. Do you find some of the elements here? Like one, we have autonomous, another one, common, jointly, and then democratically controlled. So those are some of the elements that define cooperatives. So who can tell us what autonomous is? Autonomous. What is it? Autonomous. Winnie. Or who knows what is autonomous?
I think it is anything to do with independence, being independent.
Being independent, Any other? We have voluntary. What is voluntary? Voluntarily, you're willing to join a cooperative or something. Yes, that's the definition of what. We have jointly owned. What is jointly owned?
Equal share.
Yes, as an equal shares. Good. Democratic. What is democratic? Democratically controlled. When you talk about democracy,
Every member has a right to contribute.
every member has a right to contribute towards a decision. And then also we have the concept of enterprise. So basically, let me go through it. Autonomous. Cooperatives are self-propelling. So decisions connected to the running of the cooperative are exclusively made by the members. That's why we talk about the autonomy bit of it. So no one is forced to join a cooperative. That's why we say it's autonomy. Then the aspect of voluntary, anybody joining a cooperative does so willing. No one owns them. Therefore, you can join the cooperative voluntarily. Then we have the jointly owned. A cooperative is equally owned by all members, and decisions are taken collectively, irrespective of one share holding in the position. So we own the cooperative. We can make the decisions together. Democratically controlled. During meetings, the decisions are taken collectively, and every member has one vote, irrespective of how many the number of shares one has. So one share represents one vote. So there's an aspect of enterprise. Also, we are looking at because in cooperatives we should undertake sustainable business enterprise, providing different products and services to its members. But now, when it comes to the enterprises, remember that here cooperatives, their main goal is not making what? But now, when it comes here, we are talking about the enterprise. Is it confusing or is it confusing or it's clear? It's clear, yeah? Thank you. So I want us to look at the cooperative principles. And according to ICA, there are 7 cooperative principles which are accepted worldwide because all cooperatives, wherever they are, they are all guided by the same principles. We have 7 of them. So the evolution of cooperative principles started during the first cooperative known as Rochdale Pioneers, which was established in 1844. So the principles were reviewed from time to time to suit the level of the cooperative development. And also in 1995, the ICA, in its meeting, agreed that those were the acceptable principles that should be able to guide or should be followed by the cooperatives worldwide. So do we know some of the cooperative principles? Do we have some of the cooperative principles? Do we know cooperative principles? Yes. Voluntary and open membership. Thank you. Democratically controlled. Thank you. Social responsibility. Let us look at some of them. So we have the member economic participation, we have democratic member control, voluntary and open membership, concern to the community, cooperation among cooperatives, education, training, information, autonomy, and independence. So in our own understanding, I want us in groups of twos to, you will take the voluntary and open membership, that group there. Then the other one will take democratic member control, the 2 of you here. And then economic member participation. You just define what that one is, and then how we can apply it in our cooperatives. Just 1 minute. You can discuss in groups of twos. So thank you. I think we can be able to get what you've been able to discuss. We start with the first group.
One is coerced to join a cooperative. Then the second one is membership is open to people with the same objectives.
Absolutely. Power. So voluntary, no one is coerced to join the cooperative, and then there is an open membership.
On the issue of democratic and member control, each member has 1 vote, and the cooperative is controlled by the members.
1 vote, and the cooperative is controlled by the members, right? Power. Absolutely. So you're supposed to participate in the for the development of the cooperatives. Power. Thank you. So I want us to go to the economic member participation, briefly look at what that means. So both voluntary and open membership, voluntary to all members who accept and are willing to join the cooperatives. We have the democratic member control. In this case, that cooperatives are democratic organizations, they are controlled by the members. Men and women serving or elected in the organizing bodies. And also in the primary cooperatives, one member represents one vote. So for economic member participation, all members contribute equitably to the development of the cooperatives. Autonomy and independence. So cooperatives are autonomous, they are self-help groups controlled by the members. So if they enter into agreement, for example, where we find that cooperatives, even the politicians, normally they would like to be associated with the cooperatives. So in this case, the cooperatives should not make decisions which are against the members, or have the politicians take control of the cooperatives. So it should be autonomous and independent in carrying out its own activities. We have education, training, and information. Cooperatives are supposed to ensure that members or even representatives, they get trained so that they can keep on in the development and even carrying out the activities of the cooperatives effectively. Cooperation among cooperatives. In this case, cooperatives serve their members most effectively and strengthen the cooperative movement by working together through the national, regional, and also international structures. We have the concern for the community. So we normally say the focus should be able to benefit the members of the communities. Activities that they work towards to, especially when the surplus they normally get, they can plan to have activities that are aimed at ensuring that the communities or even the community members benefit. So I want to look at this example. We have a plantain production cooperative in Colombia that has been receiving financial and fiscal incentives from the administration of a local city. So during the election period, the municipality demanded some of the cooperatives to deliver the trucks 3 hours a day. So this request was against what? Autonomy and independence. I think I'll be able to give you some of the other examples so that you can be able to know. So I want us to look at what are some of the reasons as to why members join cooperatives. Quickly. To sell their produce. To get more money.
To solve a common need or problem.
To solve a common need or problem in the community, right? So briefly, let's look at some of the advantages. So we have the first one is to lower the prices for their inputs, easy access to inputs, a higher quality of inputs, higher products. They can be able to have a bargaining power on behalf of their members. We have more transparent markets, especially where they bring their items collectively. They can be able to have organized markets for their produce. They can also be able to secure some of the markets. They can access to technical assistance because when they are together, they can look for assistance in managing of their cooperative. Then they can access to education and training when they are together. The other aspect is access to credit. When members come together, they can be able to get credit. Remember the functions of cooperatives. One of them is credit. Increase the value of the products, reduce the market risk, and also reduce the production risk. In this case, whereby they came together, they can have insurance, they can be able to do bulk selling, so that's why they can be able to enjoy those benefits. So that is all for today. But just to sum it up, I think it's important to know some of the principles. Once you are forming the cooperatives, the principles are very, 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 very important because they guide us even as we proceed with even the operations and looking at the interest of the members, right? Any question?
How many people are supposed to join cooperatives?
So cooperatives, when you look at the producer cooperatives, at least you can have 10 members, especially in Kenya. 10 members are required to form a cooperative. They can qualify to form a cooperative, but as they proceed, then they can be able to go as they increase their membership. Thank you so much. Thank you for your participation, and hoping that you'll be able to apply these principles in our cooperatives. Asanteni sana.